everybody out there. Thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tim. Again, I am your host, Timothy Boston, and I appreciate so very much you taking the time to come and join me again for my weekly broadcast. Before I get into the news that I had planned to bring to you today, I did want to give a few birthday shout outs. And first, happy birthday shout out goes to Jaden Smith, who turned 13 on Monday, August the 8th. And Megan Good shared her birthday on August the 8th as well, and she turned 30. On Tuesday, August the 9th, Deion Sanders turned 44, and our very own The Voice, Whitney Houston, celebrated her birthday on Tuesday, August the 9th as well. Whitney turned 48. And on Friday, J-Boog from the popular teen group B2K will be celebrating his 25th birthday. So again, I say happy birthday to all of them, and I wish you many, many more. There is a very depressing story coming out of Jackson, Mississippi. I was hoping that many of you had seen it already, but it's something very it's very depressing. It's very disturbing considering the contents of what happened, the contents of the news story. But let me just give you a little bit of a background. A few days ago, I read a story. A story was released by CNN.com about a black man, an African-American man, whom was brutally murdered by a group of white teens in Jackson, Mississippi. And apparently, not only did they beat him, but after they beat him until his body just laid there defenseless, they ran him over with their SUV. Let me just read a few paragraphs from the CNN.com article. Please go to CNN, because I'm not going to read all of it, but please go to their website to read more of the article and get involved as much as you can. I'll give you some more information about that as well. Again, credits to CNN.com. It says that on Sunday morning, 2 carloads of white teenagers drove to Jackson, Mississippi on what the county district attorney says was a mission of hate. According to the article, these group of teens decided to drive from one part of the area, their area, to another, actually looking for an African American person to hurt, and in which they did. So apparently they found this man. His name was James Craig Anderson. He was 49 years old, and he was in the parking lot near to whatever stop that they made. And according to the report, it says the teens allegedly beat Anderson repeatedly while yelling racial slurs. I'm not going to get into what the slurs were, but I just really want you to use your imagination as to probably what those slurs were. And according to the district attorney, they said that they jumped into the truck and began to operate it at a high rate of speed before running into and eventually over top of the man, which killed him instantly. So he wasn't dead until they hit him with the truck. And so this guy's name, it was a group of kids, but the culprit, the ringleader in this vicious crime, is 18-year-old Daryl Dedman Jr. And according to the reports and multiple other reports, Dedman is facing 2 life sentences for what took place. Again, make sure you go to CNN.com and check this out. It's a lot more to that. But when I saw that, at first I wanted to disbelieve that this story was simply being sensationalized, and it could not have the reality of what happened could not be what the media was saying had taken place. But as I began to read the story and more reports were coming out, and then there is also a video, which is why you should go to CNN.com and just, you know, here this is 2011. Okay, it's August of 2011. So in another 4 or 5 months, it'll be 2012. Here we are in 2011 dealing with this type of racism and prejudice, and hate. I never thought, I'm just, I'm not naive. I'm not saying that I thought racism was no longer in existence, but I really felt like I was really caught off guard by what had taken place. Now, this is something you would expect to happen 50, 60, 70 years ago maybe. But I was just completely caught off guard about what had taken place. And the guy's attorney is telling the press that there is no evidence to prove that this was a hate crime. Well, okay, first off, I know that's lawyer talk, okay? But second of all, you have witness reports of hearing these guys saying all of these racial slurs while this attack is going on. And his friends apparently ratted him out because they have all of this, all of this inside scoop as to what happened prior to the attacks taking place. So I don't understand what more evidence would he expect the courts for the courts to have in proving that this was a hate crime. This indeed was a hate crime. And, I personally decided to start a campaign on Facebook. It's called Justice in the Name of James Craig Anderson. You can, if you're on Facebook, please log on to Facebook, and in your search field type that Justice in the Name of James Craig Anderson, and the group should come up there. If for some reason you can't find it, feel free to message me or request me on Facebook, and I'll be sure to get you that link and get you over to that page. I'm in the process of reaching out to the family of Mr. Anderson because I want to make sure, though I'm here in Maryland, the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And to me, that simply means that if that could happen to this man in Jackson, Mississippi, that could happen to someone else here in Maryland. That could happen to someone in Michigan. That could happen to someone in the District of Columbia. It could happen anywhere. So I know the strong influence that the social networks have. So, which is why, like I said, I decided to start this campaign, Justice in the Name of James Craig Anderson. And it's a bunch of information there. I really would like to be of support to the family and for the cause itself. So again, please log on to that on Facebook. Again, if you can't find it, just message me there, and just make sure that you send me a message letting me know that this is what you are requesting me or messaging me about. But yeah, it's a very disturbing story. Hopefully you'll have time to go to CNN.com and check it out. And I just hope that justice is served. Because again, this should not be taking place in 2011. It should have taken place 100 years ago, and more so should not be taking place now. In my heart and prayers goes out to the family, because I'm sure this is very devastating. And so again, I hope all of you will join me in the cause in supporting and seeking justice in the name of James Craig Anderson. But off of that, before I leave you all today, I would like to just share a few other news items that I have. The very beautiful Viola Davis, you know her from playing Fantasia's mother and Fantasia Barrino's mother in the Lifetime movie. You know Viola from playing the pastor in Tyler Perry's Madea Goes to Jail, and she's also starring in a new movie called The Help. Well, according to a report which I read, Viola Davis and her husband are both in the process of adopting a child. It doesn't appear that they have any children together, so this would be the couple's first child. So again, feel free to go and Google that information, check it out. I say congratulations to Miss Davis and her husband on that. And the very beautiful Essence Atkins, from a number of different shows. I believe she was on One on One and a number of different sitcoms. She was on Deliver Us from Eva in the movie. She was recently announced that she is expecting her first child. So I say congratulations to Essence on that. And on some more positive news, Michael Jordan's daughter, Jasmine, they recently announced that she will be starting Syracuse University in the fall as a freshman. So congratulations to that. You can never have enough education. I know a lot of times you see me, when I'm on my broadcast, you see me wearing my shirt that says Bowie State University. Well, I am a proud Bowie State University alum. Both of my undergraduate and graduate degrees are from Bowie, and I can tell you that getting a college education is definitely life-changing, but for the good. So to Jasmine and to Michael Jordan, I say congratulations, and I wish her all the best. And lastly, but not least, R. Kelly is making great progress since the surgery. Many of you remember he had a throat surgery a little while ago, and he appears to be doing well. So I say continue to get well, R. Kelly. And so again, that's pretty much that for the news that I have for you today. Please, 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 again, feel free to leave comments, suggestions, share this page, and share this page with your friends and family. And again, leave comments and suggestions below. I also have I'm going to be doing a video in response to an email that I received from a young woman who is interested in some relationship advice. So I will be posting that soon. And it's important that you all be on the lookout for that, because I am relying on your advice as well, and she's relying on it as well, as about what exactly she should do. I'm not going to give you the details about it yet, but you'll definitely see it. It'll be posted. At advice column. I think that's how I'll title the video. And also remember to tune in on Sunday for I believe it's week 6 of seasons 4 BT Sunday's Best. I'll be on Sunday anyway, doing my reviews. But again, I really would like for everyone to join me in the reviews and doing their comments and suggestions. So remember to join me on Sunday and tune in while we watch BT Sunday's Best. Again, if you have any topic suggestions, or if you would like some advice from the advice column, feel free to inbox me. You can email me, or you can definitely find me on Facebook. And again, I have about 2 or 3 advice column questions already, so I'll be getting those up as soon as possible. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Talks with Tim, and I look forward to seeing you all again next Wednesday.